Hi, this is DH Dunn, and I'm here to ask myself a very basic question. Can I lope 10 days as a Mountaineer? We're about halfway through this one. Let's get back into it. And I'm going to start it off by saying I'm not in Forlorn Muskeg. Why am I in Forlorn Muskeg? Please tell me I picked the wrong the wrong save. Oh my god. There we go. I think I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna start off by saying that I did find the controls. I don't know what happened, but I'm convinced that my muscle memory is not wrong, and that pushing down the left stick used to be auto walk, and pushing down the right stick used to be crouch, and they changed. I don't know if it's a local thing. That's just me. My system is weird, so who knows? But I did find a way to remap it, which is kind of weird too. If you go into options and you go into controls, and then you go into what show bindings, it takes you out of the game and into a kind of like side program, Steam, some kind of Steam thing, and that's where you have to make the changes from. So, kind of weird. All right, so we're gonna get back into this. I still feel like the camera is messed up, but I'm gonna roll with it. So I would like to get back to Timberwolf Mountain today. I think that is our goal. We have a possible bear in the way and Timberwolves in the way. The rope climb down, I think, will be our rope climb for the day. It's halfway through the day, too, so we can't just, sit here forever. I think I would like to pick up as much cattails as possible on the route. And I'm thinking about that cave, the same transition cave I went in yesterday. I'm thinking about going through that a second time to grab coal, but I don't know. I almost goated because I like to goat there, but we have a rope climb that we have to do, so this is going to meet our rope climb requirement for the day. Not as challenging as going up a rope, but hey, you need to learn how to belay. So we're belaying here. We're on belay. We have plenty of food, but I don't really know that I feel compelled to eat it. Whee! I wasn't sure you could go through that. Can I get this? No. The hacksaw is not sufficient to take out Burbank, I guess. I love Ash Canyon. Ash Canyon is my favorite map to spawn in. I think I may have said this yesterday as well, so I apologize if that's true. I think if I knew HRV better, HRV would probably be, the top dog. But and the best Loper run I've ever had did spawn in HRV. So HRV gives you so much in the beginning that you normally have to work really hard to acquire. A bedroll, hammer, matches, but it's a hard map if you don't know it really well. If you don't know the routes, and the routes in HRV are tricky because I'm going to move the camera here, or the microphone. They're tricky because you can't. There's very little frame of reference. There's no buildings like, oh, you turn right at the fishing hut. Like, there is no fishing hut. There also is, I believe, only one place to fish. I think one of the lakes you can fish in if you cut your own ice hole. We're getting the Ash Canyon music right now. Ash Canyon. But one of the reasons I love Ash Canyon as a spawn, and why I think even when I know HRV, it might not lose its spot, is if you spawn in Ash Canyon, you can go get the backpack right away. You can go hit the respite for matches. There's almost certainly going to be matches there. Combat pants are going to be there. You're going to go, and then on the way out, you can hit anglers, which will also have matches. And you're probably going to find more matches because Ash Canyon just throws matches at you. And on Loper, you could spawn a Mystery Lake in Loper. Well, you can't spawn a Mystery Lake in Loper, excuse me. But you could spawn in a map. I'm using Mystery Lake because I struggle to find matches there. Muskeg. Muskeg's a good example. You might not find matches in Muskeg. There might just be the one flare, and that's it. So to have a map throw 2 or 3 boxes of matches at you is just awesome. So like the backpack is almost secondary to me. But if you go, you spawn in AC, you get the backpack, you get the pants, you get the matches, you run over to Mountaineers because you're going to Timberwolf Mountain next. And if the hacksaw is there, then, you know, Shazam, you can go summit. The one downside to Ash Canyon early is it has a ton of saplings. And if you don't have a hacksaw, you won't be able to get them unless you come back. But, you know, saplings exist in other places. So I will sing the praises of Ash Canyon, which I also, my first time coming into Ash Canyon, I got lost. I kept looping. I couldn't find the way out. I didn't realize that you had to make this turn here. I kept missing this turn and going right by it. And I got very frustrated. I did that circle for about an hour and a half on stream, live in front of everybody who all knew where to go. They're just watching me circle and get more and more frustrated with myself. But finally I figured it out. Now, one thing I don't like about Ash Canyon now is where they put the cougar. The cougar is where the moose used to be, and I had trouble with that moose. So if you're coming out of the mine from getting the backpack, which I think is the gold mine, I'm not good with names. There's a series of like rope climbs that you take. It's generally the way most people leave, or it's at least the way I leave. And the cougar is just right on that path. And I just hate that it's there. The cougar is supposed to be in places where you would have to go seek it out. That, to me, that's how it was advertised. But I have thoughts on the cougar. They're present in my five things I'd change with the Long Dark that all start with C, which is a video I did a couple months ago. Because I just had that idea. It just hit me. When I have another one, I'll make another video like that. I was like, are there 5 things I'd change that start with D? Can I have this be the alphabet here? No, I don't have that. Then you're forcing it. You don't want to force it. It's gotta be real. I'm quite chatty this morning, despite the fact that it's freaking 20 after 7. Which, you know, back in the day when I used to drive, I used to live in New Hampshire, and I would drive into South Boston every day. And at the time I worked at Fidelity, and as a network guy. And that was pre-Big Dig, if you know Boston. And not that the Big Dig is great, but it is an easier commute into the city now than it was then. That was a good 2 hours. It was rough. Okay, so on one hand, I'm pretty close to that cave, but you know, I'm not as close as I think I am. And I think what I'm going to do... Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I have, yeah, I had food. Okay, can I mag lens? Let's confirm that first. I don't think I can, actually. No. All right. So, since I can't mag lens, maybe we just do this. We found more matches. We got a mega torch here. I would prefer not to deal with the Timberwolves, but at least I got this lit and ready. And it's actually keeping me warm. One thing I only recently discovered is if you pull torches from a fire, you also lower the temperature of the fire, which I guess makes sense. But I did not know that. Okay, so I want to angle to the right here to stay away from the Timberwolves, but that sends me towards the bear. Who do I want to get eaten by? I think I'm going to try to split the difference. Listening, I don't hear the bear moving. I'm going to risk being over on this side. Maybe he's sleeping. You know what? I'll take my gifts where I can get them.
Goddamn freezing.
I don't see them either. If I could get to that, is there a canister over there? A container? No, they're still over there. You'd think I would know. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't feel so good.
You're fine. We'll hobble back. What's up, bunnies? It took that little guy a long time to get scared. We have bird feeders in the back. And we have... Well, their intention is to be bird feeders, but they often end... Oh, there's the bear. Look at that silly guy. He's crazy where he is.
I don't feel so good. Oh, that hurts.
Well, now I probably should take care of this ankle. Let's not blow the whole show here. All right. So we're going to get him. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Come here. What I want you to do is run at the bear because I think that'll be funny. No, you went the not funny way. Wolves are terrible at comedy. So, the bears are way funnier. Well, I'm glad he still comes over here. Because I love hunting the bear from here. Just using the fishing hut. Have I not been in here, or did I just say I don't care about that paper? Yeah. I was just like, that story stuff. I don't pay attention to that. I'm writing my own story. Alright, we're probably going to lose this torch, so it's very good timing. I kind of wish I could get into Mountaineers with it lit. In case I want to continue this fire. Nope. Of course not. Okay, hi honey, we're home. We went on a very extended walkabout. Okay, but here we are. Okay, how's these doing? Cured, cured, not cured, not cured. Still don't have scrap. I really wanted to make crampons. I'm not making it a requirement, but I really wanted to make them. Okay, let's look at the food. At this point, I think I can let her eat. Let him eat. Sorry, I'm usually Astrid. I'm Astrid on Twitch. Almost always. Except when I do Will Stand Still. Will Stand Still is something that I do a couple times a week during the day as part of my writing process. A lot of writers write by using writing sprints, which is rather than just sit down and write for 2 hours or something, you like say, okay, I'm going to write for 20 minutes and then take a break. And 20 minutes is actually about the time I like to do my sprints. And I figured out that that's about how long Will live on Interloper if you just stand him somewhere out in the elements. And so I started doing Will Stand Still, where I spawn somewhere on Interloper. I hide the screen so you can't see where I am. I spend about a minute trying to put him in somewhere interesting. Then I reveal the screen without saying what map I spawned in. And then I go right while people try to guess where he is based on what they see. It's almost like Long Dark GeoGuessr. I do that on Twitch a couple times a week if you ever want to stop by and say hi. And we also bet on will he live 22 minutes because sometimes he'll die at the 21, sometimes he'll go past 22. So we bet like points on that. And just I love to see people somehow can work out, like, you know, I'll just give them like that. And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's Mountaineers. It's really impressive. Or they'll pick it up for audio clues. Oh, I hear the ice cracking. You know, or they listen to the part that I've hidden the screen from, but they listen to the sounds of, okay, I hear, you know, I heard a door open, and like, it's really cool. It's been, you know, kind of evolved organically, but it's a fun experience. Okay, it's getting late in the day. I don't know that I want to go out on more adventures today. We are pretty low on water. Not thrilled about that, but I can make fire in the dark. So let's do something we can't do in the dark, which is either repair clothes or... yeah, let's repair these long johns. We might read a little bit of the sewing book as well. Yeah, that's much better. 85, 76. 76 isn't great. We also have enough leather where we could repair these boots. And they are better. The time-consuming process. It's kind of funny to think about it running around and... well, sneakers is one thing. Dress shoes is silly. Harvesting that's an hour and 15. That's a lot. I don't know that I want to take that time. I think that time's better spent doing... failing to repair the the freaking jacket.
I need anything right about now.
Oh, William. There we go. Yeah, we're up to 13. This is a faster harvest. Yeah, 10 minutes on them. So I could pick up the boots and like slowly work on them. No, you're fine. Like repair 30 minutes? Yeah, okay. It's not as long as I thought. You failed though. Okay, the boots are up to 59%. Is that better than the sneaks? No. No, no, not the freaking dress shoes. Oh, Will, how could you accidentally repair the wrong thing? Oh my goodness. Okay. Do we have, we do have antibiotics. Don't give me that "You're Dead" song. We're not dead. I always think the song is saying "You're dead." You're dead. It's a very lonely, cool song. I love this track. Feels so isolated. To me, this music is perfect when you're like wandering through the wilderness, lost, not sure which way you need to go. You've still got some condition left, but you can feel it slipping away. And you just walk around in this beautiful, chilling death trap. It's so great. The dichotomy of how pretty the Long Dark is and how dangerous the Long Dark is so great. I love it. Okay. Do I want to use... I mean, there's not a want. It's a you have to. You need water. So you're going to have to make some water. Just buck up. Deal with it. Probably don't use the firewood. Use sticks. There we go. That did it. I would like to make 2 hours of water. And maybe we make... Bannock uses a lot of water. Should probably just make more water. Okay, now while that's happening, I'm gonna harvest the gloves I repaired. No, the stupid shoes. The shoes. I can't believe I... Now they're better than anything else I have. Oh my god. How long to harvest the sneakers? Hour 15. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. That's too long. I mean, right now they're better. They're better across the board, so... Haha, the joke is on me. I'm just gonna make water all the way through.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't.
Oh, he's fine. That guy who drank his own pee is a legend, man. And 9 minutes left. This is... Okay. There we go. Got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. Thank you. Over here. Okay, 3 liters of water is decent. All right, now we're going to eat. Now we're going to eat the pork and beans. And if we get food poisoning, we've got the antibiotics. Okay, that was safe. Yeah, just keep eating the canned food. All right, that's good. Thank you. Let's sleep 8. Should be somewhere on day 6. Oh, 6:15. So I'm thinking we start making our way up. Probably day 8.
I need to find food.
No, you don't need to find food. You're fine. I wish we had more cloth, but we do have things we can harvest. Because I would like to have enough to do 2 snow shelters. We have these lousy socks. That might be it, though. I'm going to leave the boots here. That's a project. How are these doing? Gut is 83, 82. The pelts are cured. We could go do our rope climb for the day. Is that 1 or 2? That's 1. I keep wandering around up here, though. I kind of am intrigued by this direction. Which is not sending me towards a rope climb. And, you know, he's already cold. So I don't know that this is a good idea. It'd be funny if the weather completely sabotages my summit on day 10 plan. Because the irony is I'm trying to simulate how things work in the Himalayas, where they have to summit on a particular day because they've looked at the long-range weather forecast, and that's the day the weather's going to be good. I screwed that up. So I go down here when I come back from the summit. That's all I know about this area, is you come down around here. Is that a coal? It is a coal. Okay, see. The old king. Old King Coal. Let's give you a little walk. It's something I do on Twitch. I don't know why. I do know why. But it's a complicated and long story as to why I started doing that. Like a lot of silly things, it involves my friend Koru.
I could eat anything right now.
And me trying to give her the business. I think I was in DP, I know that. And
Too cold to think.
there was some coal on the ice. And Koru was kind of insistent that I pick it up and use it. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm gonna walk it around the map. But never use it. And somehow that turned into Old King Cole, which is like a mascot of the channel, and it's my most popular emote by a mile is the Old King emote, because it's terrible. I made it myself in Canva in about 3 minutes, and it's awful. And people love it because of how terrible it is. Now, I have never gone in this area. Moose? Is this where the moose is sometimes? Oh, wow. I mean, this is cool and all. I'm getting pretty chilly. A different rope climb. There's our rope climb for today. As long as the moose doesn't keep me from using it. Okay, this is cool. I think I ended up over here once when I got lost. Does this area have a name that I can then mangle and get wrong? In a comedic fashion? Well, as has been the standard for Loper lately, I see the evidence of Moose, but not Moose himself. I hardly ever see Moose lately. My main Loper run on Twitch is approaching 200 days. I still haven't seen a Moose. Or, well, I don't know that I haven't seen one. I haven't killed one anyway. And they're not showing up in the places I would know them at. I can't say definitively that I haven't seen one, because I play too much Long Dark. It all blurs together. But I know I haven't killed one. And I've been actively looking for one for probably the past 50 days of the game. Yeah, I think I one time rode out a blizzard right in that spot right there. Okay, but where does this go? One way to find out. Despite all the cattails I'm picking up, I have no real intention on well-fed. So, is this deer whatever? This is a different way to go to the summit. If that rope is there.
Eat soon.
Well, this is really cool. Hey, Wolfie, I don't really want to deal with you. Yeah. I know where I am. Like, the engine is over there, I think. I think that's the same cave. Is this the cave that goes to Blackrock too? I never learned that route completely, even though it's the way I know how to get out of Blackrock. I've never used it to get into Blackrock. Yeah, there's the engine right there. I go down from the summit and I always end up here. And then I, okay, well, this geographically makes perfect sense to me that this is where I am. Oh, this is extremely cool. I'm very happy to know all of this. Why does that wolf look weird? Oh, because it's a deer. Well, that is super cool. And really, one of the points of doing this, always for me, is a selfish desire to learn more stuff. Okay, so matches wise, I mean, we're in great shape. We can afford to roll this out. Can we make a mega torch though? Yeah, but it's gonna take some of my cloth to do that. I would prefer not to. At this point, I think cloth is a harder resource to come by than matches. Hello? I know there's a way down. Oh, okay, it's over here, okay. Is there a friend for me to consume? I'm not that hungry. Don't worry, dude. Lucky for you, you had chips. So we're okay. I might hang out with your fire, though. I really don't want to use the firewood again. I'm saving all my goodies for the summit run.
Come on. Turned out pretty well.
Sufficient. I'll eat your chippies, though. I mostly wanted this for torches. But you're not going to give me any deer carcass. I see that coal. So 6C, I take a torch out. 5C, I take a torch out. 4C, yeah. It's kind of sad that I only recently noticed that, but... My chat on Twitch is very long dark knowledgeable, but they are also very, very thoughtful and good about not telling me things. Because they know I want to figure stuff out for myself, so... They have probably watched me in Timberwolf Mountain 500 times not find that thing I just found. What's in here?
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I think this is going to put me down by the other area. Near the parking garage. Yeah, I know it does, because this is a loop that goes back. And there's my shoes. Which I guess I could take to harvest. I think, though, what we can do as a target is goat back the way I normally do from the engine. I think I'm headed back up the way I came down, which I'm probably not completely exploring this cave. I mean, I'm not trying not to. I'm just wandering. Looking for resources, looking for coal in all the wrong places, but I think you can use this cave to get to Black Rock, but I also think I'm wrong. I think it's a different cave. See, this way I'm right either way, but I'm also wrong either way. So, you know. I thought I'd find a carcass in here. Which, I guess, you know, I did, but not what I wanted. Love the cave music, so I'm okay with it being on loop, repeat. And I think this is going to time out pretty much exactly the way I'd like it to, which is nice. There we go. See, I don't trust my brain memory, but I do trust my muscle memory. And my muscle memory says pushing down left stick equals auto walk.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Thanks, Will. Appreciate the info. You keep us posted, buddy. In the meantime, I will continue to give you more stuff. You let me know. So that is a whole nother way to get up here to Summit. I thought the only way to Summit was to head towards I don't know what to call it. Oh gosh. Hello. Hang on. I'll be right with you. That's a funny thing to run into on your way down from the plane. No rope there. Should be fine.
My stomach is eating itself.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. I think I solved my sound issue. I won't know until I go to edit, and then I'll probably be cranky, like I was yesterday when I was way too loud. I don't know, man. Maybe not, though. If the volume is still not fixed, I'm sorry. I'll get there eventually, and then it will reset itself, and we'll do this dance again. Well, that's actually great because that's a way to get to the summit without going near where the cougar is on Timberwolf Mountain when she shows up. So yeah, that's just a win across the board. This doesn't just help this run; it helps all my future runs. Because that is, you know, kind of like forging. That is a thing you are going to do in your Loper run, is you are almost certainly going to summit once you learn how to get there. That was a big moment for me in my kind of like long dark career, was just learning how to get to the summit. And I wouldn't let anybody tell me how to get there. I knew it was in Timberwolf Mountain. I could see the plane from Mountaineers, and I just slowly worked it out. And I thought that way was the only way to get there. Now I know you can go this way to get there. If that rope is there. I don't know if that rope's always there. The bear's investigating. Still a lot of cattails I haven't picked up. So I think, you know, I can definitively say now, I feel like the general question of can you just lope 10 days in Timberwolf Mountain? Can you spawn in Timberwolf Mountain, not leave, and stay here for 10 days? I think, yeah, you can. There's going to be, matches are guaranteed to Mountaineers. If you're judicious with your matches, there's plenty of cattails. Yeah, it may not be a fun or exciting experience, but I'm pretty confident you should be able to do it. We're going to lose this match right outside of Mountaineers again. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I can keep it lit. Like crouch down. The wind can't see you if you're crouched. I might get away with it. I did. How about that? But I don't know that I want to use it. How much water do we have? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to extinguish it anyway. All right, I think I'm going to grab an hour right here. We'll take the save here. And yeah, this was a very productive day. I mean, considering we started in the respite in Ash Canyon, very productive 45 minutes or so. It really shows you just how much you can get done in one play session. So yeah, this is great. We are on day 6, approaching day 7. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If you're enjoying the series, you could give me the like, comment, subscribe. Those do all really help me. I'll be back tomorrow with more adventures in the long dark. Until then, stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.